morning. My name is Alex Williams, and today I'm going to talk to you about distracted driving. If you see on the board here, I've got a series of numbers and stats. I'm going to go over those individually. But 33,788 people were killed by distracted drivers last year. That's kind of scary. I like to be safe whenever I'm driving. I'm sure you guys do too. If you see here for two, according to AAA, are we all familiar with AAA, the insurance, and they do all kinds of other stuff, but they say that 50% of the time, if you do something that's distracting in driving, that can be texting, any of the activities that take your attention away from driving, that you'll do that 50% of the time most likely, depending on the situation. For those of you who text and drive, it's really dangerous, and my last number here is you're 23 times more susceptible of crashing than somebody who isn't, so it's kind of a scary deal. Today I will share with you the facts and dangers of distracted driving and share with you some possible solutions that could save you and save others. First, let's talk about some common distractions that drivers exemplify. In David Hansen's CQ Researcher article, he includes that texting and driving is a distraction. Adjusting your car radio or playing with your radio, I know I'm guilty of a lot of these too. Reading a book or map while driving, these are all while driving, it's nobody else in your vehicle, which the person with you can be a distraction too. Putting on makeup and shaving, combing hair, brushing teeth, reaching for an item somewhere in the vehicle, whether it be behind you in the floorboard, anywhere that's out of your reach, so take your eyes away from the road, and looking at something on the side of the road, out of your vehicle, like looky-loos, going by a crash site and looking this way and rear-ending somebody. It's not good. Eating, drinking, and smoking also are distractions. Pretty much anything that takes your eyes away from the road. But some people can be dazing, and it's also not their mental. All those activities require attention, or some form of attention, which pulls your attention away from the road, therefore resulting in a crash. In the Journal of American Health and Science, specifically relating to our age group, this is my graph here, 18 to 29, I think that covers everybody in here just about.
It covers me.
Okay, awesome. Hopefully my grade didn't just go down. A survey conducted from 2009 to 2011 showed that, it's not on here, but 75% of the people reported from 18 and 29 that they've texted within the last 30 days or do it constantly while they drive, which is kind of scary. Those who use the internet on their phone, that's like any of us have smartphones and do something on the internet on our phone. In 2009 it was 29%, and just 2 years later it's jumped 43%. For those of us who read social media, Facebook, Twitter, all that other stuff, specifically those on the phone, was 21% in 2009, and that's jumped to 37%. Updates, specifically like, hi, this is where I'm at, what I'm doing, social media updates, 20% in 2009, and now 33% in 2011, which is scary. So as you can see from that data, we're obviously getting more comfortable being distracted while we're driving with our specific age group, and just know that on average we're all in control when we're driving with about a 3,000-pound weapon, whether we intend it to. I'm sure all of us, we don't, but it really in reality is a weapon. In Dr. Fernando Wilson's article, American Journal for Public Health, a combination of new young drivers coming on the road, 15, 16-year-old people that are experimenting with driving, a rising number in cell phone subscriptions, so those are getting more devices that are going to distract us in the car, and that growing rate of comfortability is statistically resulting in a higher fatality rate and distractions while driving, specifically. Now that I've gone through all the terrible stuff, I'm going to try to propose some solutions. First, just don't text and drive. That's probably the most simple one, or any of this stuff if you can. If you can, pull over or do something like that. Save yourself and other people. Second, if you must call, who all in here is familiar with like Bluetooth and hands-free? That's a pretty simple solution. I know sometimes they're not the cheapest thing, but I'd rather spend $50 to $100 on that than killing myself, my passenger, or somebody else. Third, if you have other people in the car, use them if you can, if it's something that can't wait, because most of us usually are doing this not because we're trying to, but it's because we're behind on something. But don't let it get to the point where that's distracting. Like you can carry on the conversation and that can end up resulting in a crash. So in conclusion, I provided you with the risk of driving distracted and some possible solutions. And if you simply just don't do anything that takes your attention away from the vehicle, then you probably won't be a statistic of these poor folks who are no longer with us that died from being distracted while driving. So if you do this, you might save your own life, a family member's life, or somebody you don't even know.